Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along
as
the
bright
Tama,
as the
the missing
sun.
in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so good, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? We back. Cody's voice is in the building. How you doing? How are you doing? So, we're coming on here. We're going to be talking about Little Spill and what happened to Little Spill. So, I looked up a little bit of what's going on, and we're going to share what we know, and we're going to share what we think. We're going to share about what happened. She said, I'm good. She's been working. And we all have been working really hard. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing the same thing. I got to go to work today. So we're not going to stay on here long. So we're going to get right into it. I want to shout out anybody. Cody's voice is in the building. And wow, you know, I always have my intros surrounded about Cody, and I've been doing good, just working like you, just trying to keep your head up above water, you know. Hey, Lisa, is that Lisa? Is that the same Lisa? You didn't change your picture on there. How are you doing? What's been going on, Lisa? I see you in the building. So this story is coming out of Montgomery, Alabama. It's about a rapper. His name is Little Spill, also known as MMG. Wow. I wonder why he called himself MMG. MMG. She said, yes, it's me. Dropping by to say hello. I thought about you about a week ago. I was like, I wonder how she doing. You know, I remember you the one that got all them nice looking braids going on all the time. All the time. It's nice to see you in the building, Lisa. Lisa. Hey, Miss Phyllis, how are you? Miss Phyllis D-Art is in the building. Check her out. So, this story is actually, it's crazy. So we were just trying to come up with a couple of stories that we were going to talk about, and see, you know, we're looking for a story about a child, but nevertheless, like I said, sometimes the Lord leads us in ways we, you know, what we can do. She said, we will catch up soon. Okay, I hope you've been doing good, homie. I hope you've been doing good. I sure did think about you. Anyway, so this story coming out of Montgomery, Alabama. His name is, he's an Alabama rapper called Little Spill, or you could say Spell, because that's how they spell it. Also known as MMG. Tina's in the building. Hey, Miss Tina Powers, what's going on? He was involved in a parent murder suicide in May this month, you guys. We'll figure out the date and all this other stuff. If you got information on it, please put it in the chat so we all will know. We're talking about this case here. Police found Spill and the mother of his child, Adriana Grant, also known as Area P or Kira, died. They both died from a gunshot wound at a residence. Prior to his death, Little Spill allegedly, and everybody said, you know, some people seen it and some people hadn't seen it. Allegedly, he posted online claiming Grant, his girlfriend, you know, his baby's mama, apparently was going to testify against him in a previous M case. They said for the latest confirmed updates on the investigation, they want us to check it out. So let's go check it out and see what they got here. Okay, nice looking picture. Ongoing investigation is being conducted into the death of two individuals, which the authorities believe could be a M suicide. The story has received plenty of social media attention. On social media, the victims were identified as Alabama rapper Little Spill and Adriana Grant, who also goes by Area P or Kira. Grant is the mother of Spill's child. No confirmation from the authorities about the identity of the victims has been made yet. According to social media users, Grant was supposed to testify to an earlier M case of Spill. Moreover, they said the two men met prior to the M suicide. The details of the shooting are still ongoing investigations. Now, this says following the death, there were claims from some social media users that Spill went live on Facebook a few times, stating some past criminal activities and claiming that Grant had spoken to law enforcement prior to her court appearance. This information has not been confirmed by the police yet. So let's get into it. Let's watch. You know, and he does not, you know, I don't know what a K looked like, but it says tragic murder, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's see what he says.
What is shit, real life, boy? My life, nigga, I just fucking killed my baby mom, bro. I just killed my child mom, bro. Nigga don't understand, but like, on TV, nigga, like somebody you took care of, somebody you made sure was straight, bro. She went against me, nigga. The first time my baby mama tried to go against me, nigga, on my baby, nigga, the first time she tried to go against me, I took a plea deal so she didn't do it, nigga. That bad it hurt me the first time. The first time it hurt me so bad, nigga, I took a plea deal. I was willing to go do 5 years in prison, nigga, just so it didn't show, like, just so that shit didn't hit the net, just so folk didn't know, like, well, your baby mama testified on you, nigga. I took a plea deal. But that hoe was that mad that we couldn't be together, nigga. Like, that mad to the point where she was willing to testify on me, fool. I'm talking on a murder case. She ain't got no knowledge of a fool. She went and told these folks I came to the house throwing up, nigga. I shot so many niggas. Ain't no reason for you to say I went and throw it up, nigga. How many niggas that felt this bitch? I ain't throw it up. Nigga. They felt this bitch so many times. So why the fuck would I start throwing up today, bro? You hear me? Man, cuz, listen, bro. If y'all need to come down this bitch, if you fuck me, I love you. Yo, it ain't gonna be no more, bro. I can't live with knowing I did no shit like that. I can't live with knowing that I whacked up for trying to go against me, bro. They go lie. Nigga, I took care of my child, nigga, on TV. Nigga, I took care of my child, nigga. She ain't did nothing. She ain't buy my child no clothes or shoes or nothing. Nigga, I bought all that. I ain't no guy, nigga. I don't want none of my homeboys getting on their bed like I'm a guy. Nigga, I ain't no guy, nigga. TV, nigga, so many niggas dead right now. On my baby, Gabriel Williams, whatever his name is, I whacked him on TV, nigga, 2 shots.
Oh my God. I guess he did go live about it. He was really in love with this girl. And wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I hadn't seen it, and I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it with you guys. It's why he did what he did. He's not a bad looking guy. He's not big, you know. It's crazy. Crazy. You know, it's just what it is, you guys, you know. People they do things and you never know, you know, what they're thinking. Let me see. I don't know the story. Let me see if they got the story out here, though. That's crazy. That is so crazy. It's a lot of stuff. It's just people just doing what they want to do. It doesn't even make sense. Let's close that up and let's see what's going on. So let's get some information about him. Oh, let's see here. We got that. So it says 3 days ago, conducting the death of the 2 individuals. So, oh, we already read that part. Let me see. Okay, let's see what this one is really talking about. See, I don't know why we can't hear that one. Oh, Wow. It's trying to go up, but I don't.
My life, nigga, I just fucking killed my baby mama, bro. I just killed my child mama, bro. Nigga don't understand, but like, on TV, nigga, like, somebody you took care of, somebody you made sure was straight, bro. She went against me, nigga. The first time my baby mama tried to go against me, nigga, on my baby, nigga, the first time she tried to go against me, I took a plea deal so she didn't do it, nigga. That bad it hurt me the first time. The first time it hurt me so bad, nigga, I took a plea deal. I was willing to go do 5 years in prison, nigga, just so it didn't show, like, just so that shit didn't hit the net, just so folk didn't know, like, well, your baby mama testified on you, nigga. I took a plea deal. But that hoe was that mad that we couldn't be together, nigga. Like, that mad to the point where she was willing to testify on me, fool. I'm talking on a murder case. She ain't got no knowledge of her, fool. She went and told these folks I came to the house throwing up, nigga. I shot so many niggas. I shot so many niggas. There ain't no reason for you to say I went and throw it up, nigga. How many niggas that felt this bitch? I ain't throw it up. I ain't throw it up, nigga. They felt this bitch so many times. So why the fuck with niggas? Why the fuck when I started throwing up today, bro? You hear me? Man, cuz, listen, bro. If y'all need to come down this bitch out, if you fuck me, I love you. Yo, it ain't gonna be no more, bro. I can't live with knowing I did no shit like that. I can't live with knowing that I whacked up for trying to go against me, bro. They go lie. Nigga, I took care of my child, nigga, on TV. Nigga, I took care of my child, nigga. She ain't did nothing. She ain't buy my child no clothes or shoes or nothing. Nigga, I bought all that. I ain't no guy, nigga. I don't want none of my homeboys get on their bed like I'm a guy. Nigga, I ain't no guy, nigga. TV, nigga, so many niggas dead right now. On my baby, Gabriel Williams, whatever his name is, I whacked him on TV, nigga, 2 shots.
Golly.
But this shit real life, boy. This shit real life, boy. But this shit real life, boy. My life, nigga, I just fucking killed my baby. But this shit real life, boy.
Man, that's crazy. Crazy as all get out. Exactly. I mean, wow. This is a shocking truth is that just 48 hours before she was
You spent $8,000.
Like, okay, that just went somewhere we didn't want it to go. So anyway, I do not mean any harm, but Virginia is crazy. Yeah, Virginia's crazy too. Let's try to get in and oh, he's got some really nice pictures. He looked like see, that's what I tell people all the time. I'll be like, do you really want an outside street man? I don't want to call him the N-word. But I mean, you know, you look at these cats, especially these YNs, and you be like, oh, he's cute, or oh, whoa, you know. You never know what you're dealing with. They say, who was Little Spill, the unrapper? Alabama. Okay. The name Little Spill may not appear on major streaming playlists or Billboard charts, but following the event of May the 18th, his digital footprints has exploded across social media, known in the underground circle as MMG, also spelled MGM Spill. Spill was a little-known rapper from Montgomery. According to reports, Spill lived the stereotype hood lifestyle, flashing money, wearing designer clothes, and cultivating a public persona of street credibility. However, details documenting of his music career, including an album release, streaming numbers, or performance history, remains absent from public record. On May the 18th, he allegedly shot and took out Adriana Grant, also known as Area P, the mother of his child. Following the shooting, he went live on Facebook where he confessed to multiple M's, including the shooting of Gabriel Williams. He claimed Grant was prepared to testify against him in a prior homicide case connected to the September 2024 of Terrell Fuller. Following the live stream, Spill fled to a graveyard. Okay, you guys, here's some a little background. He went to the graveyard where his body was later found. He had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Law enforcement officers have not yet released a complete timeline explaining the events leading to the death. However, investigators are continuing to gather evidence. While reviewing online activity connected to the case, authorities are expected to examine the alleged live stream video and any digital evidence connecting to the investigation. Fans of Spill have shared memories, music clips, and condolences online, with some expressing shock at the allegations connected to the case. At the center of the tragedy remains a child who has now lost both parents. A little known rapper, a Facebook confession, a graveyard suicide. The investigation continues. If you think social media has changed how tragedies unfold, think again. Wow. Somebody say, F this, ninja. I don't know what's going on. So something else had happened too. A double shooting. A new mother and her brother were gunned down. Oh, okay. So they don't really let's see here. Okay. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about it because let's see. So we're going to let me see here. It's a lot of stuff just happening. So we know why he did what he did, but so he went live May the 16th, and today is May the 21st. That's crazy. That's crazy. Says May the 18th. So we're going to, it says Alabama rapper confessed on live taking out his baby's mama. It says this man took the baby mama, went live, explained why he killed her. That's crazy. So some people say that this new generation don't even know how to express themselves. And they hope that the kid will be surrounded by love. Not to victim blame, but it was straight up dumb of her to be testifying against him on Monday, but trying to pull up and get some DICK and got killed instead. It says, don't read the Twitter comments. It's men condoning it left and right. I'm going to sleep. But now he going to jail anyway. Not going to jail. So somebody said, how is he going to jail? He took himself out. I did not watch the video because I couldn't stomach it, and nothing in the write-up said he took himself out. But this makes it even worse for the child and the mom's family. It's an all-around shame. They say he did acknowledge having mental issues and things was hard for him, and she made it worse. She probably had the I don't give a F attitude, walking around smiling and kikiing to want to pull up and have sex, knowing she was set to testify against him tomorrow. He acknowledged he took the only person away from his child that his child needed in their life. But yes, he ended his life as well. Wow. This is very disturbing. Tina, what are you talking about? You heard she was pregnant? So I'm guessing they done this for a long time, setting up people. And well, I haven't heard none of that. I mean, I heard it, but I haven't seen anything that says that they were setting up people. The sister of the guy was online. The baby mama saying she helped him by setting up the folks he and his friends robbed. She was on there saying she shouldn't have testified against him. Okay, and this is the trifling sister defending his action. So this is Spill's little sister. Let's see what she say.
Both of them got blood on their motherfucking hand. My brother is young, shit. It was betrayal. They both was doing the shit. One to be Bonnie and Clyde. Ryan. Like she said, she'd rather see him do 100 years before she see him out here living the life that she supposed to live. That's what the fuck it was about. She had no reason to put her mouth or go behind his back and talk to the detective about a case that she was not even on. Nothing to do with it. Don't know nothing about it. On top of that, she was lying. Didn't have shit to do with it. My brother was finna beat that case. That's where the depression came from. He literally was finna beat the fucking case. No evidence, no nothing. He ain't even did it. They couldn't pinpoint shit on him. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do it. He was finna beat it. This bitch, I ain't even got nothing to do with the case. Rest in peace, I'm sorry, I'm just mad. I already had shit to do with the fucking case. Literally, she had no reason to go over there and talk to the fucking police. For real.
This is
like,
crazy.
For real, she had no reason for to do that. So who is obsessed? Who obsessed? My brother was still fucking her, marrying all. Not trying to break no happy home. Not trying, because they both dead. Literally, he was staying with me before him and Kiasha got that house. She literally, with that nigga, was still fucking him. Literally. We had nothing about it. It's like she playing in our face. Literally. And they both be doing that shit together. She the one be knowing them niggas.
Wow. That was Little Spill's sister advocating that his woman, his baby's mama, I hate to say baby mama because, that puts a bad spin on things, but his child's mother told when she didn't have nothing to do with the case, but she told, and here's the thing, it's like, even though both of them's gone, it's, it's like he done took out 4, 5, 6, 7 other people. And it's like, you can't just take people out because you want to rob them and, and you want to live your life. And now you mad. You mad because somebody was going to tell. I don't get it, you guys. I mean, hey, if that was, I'm going to tell you guys something. And everybody has family of this nature somewhere in the history of their family, in their family. And I had a nephew, and I said had, and he tried to rob the dope man on his birthday and ended up getting shot in the back after they robbed the person, getting shot in the back. And out of all his friends, my nephew died. Okay. Hey Zena, how you doing? My family was so mad. My brother, it was my brother's child, his wife, it was their child, and then, my other brothers and cousins and everybody want some payback, want some revenge. And and they was telling me about it, and I was like, y'all need to go sit down. What would have happened? See, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But what would have happened had my nephew took out this person? Everybody sit back and act like, oh, a person supposed to take stuff. But he was in the wrong. And I don't know if the sister's just explaining like, hey, this, what she's trying to explain is but people are taking it the wrong way. Maybe, I don't think she's like advocating, like, hey, it's okay for my brother to just take other people out and shoot people or whatever. She's really just stating that, she not understanding why his baby mama is telling on what he done did when she was involved also. So she doesn't want people to sit back and go, oh, poor Adriana, because, Adriana was setting these people up with her brother. She was a part of, not maybe the last one or the one that, like his sister said, that he was going to beat, but, she had her hands dirty. And now that I had to hear it from the horse's mouth, which would have been his sister, yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Social media, Lisa says, social media have these kids gone. No reasonable thinking skills at all. Just get up angry. Zena says, but your brother admitted to killing. Yes. And then Lisa says, hello, Tina. Life been keeping me busy. Yeah, they say this is the sister defending his action. She says, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. She looked just like I expected her to look. Hayden A. That ninja did the crime and was about to do the time. The BM first loyalty is to the dang baby. I'm so tired of these low lives of thinking in the community. Man, that's crazy. These girls be lying sometimes. They do it because they in love, trying to be a ride or die. Back when the Frenchman and the Duchess got into it on live, and he took out her and then got killed by the police. Word on the curb is he spazzed out because she was about to expose something that she willingly participated in. This girl also willingly participated in his crimes and then wanted to turn around and testify. Then it says, black men always get on social media justifying black women being killed, and y'all still think these men care about y'all. Seems like the sister is trying to say that the deceased girl area was the mastermind behind all of the crimes and got her loser a brother into a life of crime in the first place. The girlfriend area was supposed to going to talk to the police to blame things on Little Spill when she was reasonable. They say reasonable, but it's responsible for everything. The sister also I think, was saying that Area said that she would rather see him behind bars than out living the life Area was supposed to live. It also sounds like the sister was saying that Area was promiscuous and sleeping with a lot of different men, and that she wanted to play Bonnie and Clyde with her brother, implying that she knew what kind of lifestyle she was getting into. but didn't want to ride with him all the way. At least that's what I think. To be honest, the sister looks and sounds for real, and she can't put a decent sentence together. So it could be anyone's guess what she was actually trying to say. I'll put her in the unreliable narrative. She's angry, she's sad at losing her piece of crap brother is causing her to give a highly biased account of what was really going on. At worst, she's a low life defending her low life brother. The truth is possibly somewhere in the middle, though. It would have probably been best if she stayed quiet because the optic are pretty bad. Maybe other fonts got something else from the sister ranting. To ease to just blame him. Yeah, he ended both of them, but it's clear she played in his face and played her part in the toxicity. I hope it was worth it. And why would any woman lay down unprotected with the man who obviously had mental health issues? The only person I feel bad for is the child. I am reading people's comments here. Tina says, I'm sorry to say, but if she didn't have any part of the last setup, then no, she shouldn't have been in that equation. Well, we never know what all the police had, because he said something about, she said he threw up, and he said he ain't never threw up. He threw up when he took her out, and that messed him up. Like, what do you mean? That's what he said. He ain't never threw up, but he throwing up now. And he just couldn't believe why she told, because he already did some time and kept her out that equation. And he just wasn't, he didn't want to do that again. You guys see what I'm saying? He was like, F that. I'm not going to do that again. And so I want to hear the sister again, you guys. Let's find that. Let me go up. Let me find it. I want to hear it again, because we just need to know.
Both of them got blood on their motherfucking hand. My brother is young. She is up there. Anytime my brother fresh out of jail going with this girl, anytime my brother don't know nothing about half of the niggas that he set up and did the shit with, this girl put him on the boys. She put him on. So if you gonna be Bunny and Clyde, you gonna ride like Bunny and Clyde. You got the blood on your hands just as he got the blood on his hands. He ain't falling on you. He was gonna lay down and do his time. He was gonna lay down and do the little time on that case with them two. They been setting up niggas and robbing niggas together. They been doing this shit since both of them gone. Let's clear the motherfucking air. Let's clear it. She was setting up niggas, fucking the niggas, all the niggas. Fucking the niggas. Have my brother don't know nothing about all the niggas. She the club. She the NPC. She the one in the club. As I can see, I ain't talking her down love, but these bitches, her family, her friends, all these bitches over here talking shit they don't know about, because our hoes went there. And yeah, we can get like that. It always been like that on my end. But anyways, they was both doing the shit together. They was doing it together. Since y'all want to talk about crashing out, depression and shit. It was betrayal. They both was doing the shit. One be Bunny and Clyde. Ryan. Like she said, she'd rather see him doing 100 years before she see him out here living the life that she supposed to live. That's what the fuck it was about. She had no reason to put her mouth or go behind his back and talk to the detective about a case that she was not even on. Nothing to do with it. Don't know nothing about it. On top of that, she was lying. Didn't have shit to do with it. My brother was finna beat that case. That's where the depression came from. He literally was finna beat the fucking case. No evidence, no nothing. He ain't even did it. They couldn't pinpoint shit on him. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do it. He was finna beat it. This bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with the case. Rest in peace, I'm sorry for calling her, but I'm just mad. I already had shit to do with the fucking case. Literally, she had no reason to go over there and talk to the fucking police. For real. Like, for real, she had no reason for her to do that. So who is obsessed? Who obsessed? My brother was still fucking her, marrying all. Not trying to break no happy home. Not trying, because they both dead. Literally, he was staying with me before him and Kiasha got that house. She literally, with that nigga, was still fucking him. Literally. And we didn't have nothing about it. It's like she playing in our face. Literally. And they both be doing that shit together. She the one be knowing them niggas.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. I'm telling you guys, these people are something. I mean, yeah, she probably shouldn't have said nothing, because yeah, she mad. No, you wasn't, you mad because he's gone. He took his own life. But like, where's that energy when he's taking somebody else's child out and somebody else's brother out? It's like, it should be okay. Like, well, nobody should say anything. Well, she shouldn't have said anything because it had nothing to do with her and da-da-da-da. You can't just be around taking people out and robbing people. And I'm just saying, like, we don't know if she probably was scared for her life. Like, and I'm not saying, it was okay for her to just go run and tell what he done did when she's neither one of them's right, But I tell people all the time, they be like, I'm outside. Yeah, you outside. You don't know what you getting into. And it's not no new game to be, setting people up and robbing them and doing what you do, because you cute or you got it going on or whatever. It's just, but I don't say that's what you get, I'm not like that. I mean, but you can't just take somebody home or, you go into these clubs, you get your dance on, you get your drink on, and you see somebody that's got a little money or whatever. And because this is what happens. You see somebody, and then here they is sitting there buying drinks and smiling and grinning and got a woman at home or got their wives at home or whatever. And then here they is spending their little money and stuff. And I'm not saying, that's what they get. I'm just saying the whole situation is wrong. Tina says, I'm sorry to say, but if she didn't have any part of the last setup, then no, she shouldn't have been in that equation. Yeah. No, she shouldn't have been in the equation. But at the end of the day, she probably didn't say how do he know? How do he know she was going to go and say this or said that or whatever? How do he know? Unless she told him, I said this, I said that. Because the police comes up to you and the police say, well, your baby mama said that you took this out. And the baby mama ain't said nothing. And your baby mama said you went back to the house and you threw up. And so he was like, nah, that's not true. That's not true. Blah, blah, blah. But you couldn't tell him Well, she's going to testify. Well, what did his attorney tell him? Did his attorney say, yeah, she did say those things? Maybe she didn't. But, he's a type of person that once you tell him something and you got some of the truth, and then you threw in some stuff that you really didn't know, but you wanted to make it believable, you turn people against each other. This is the outcome. I think that she probably did. If she didn't know, she really didn't know, then why would he sit back and say, well, this is the second time that she set me up. She wasn't there. Well, you must have told her. And he said she wasn't there. So that lets you know he was. I think she was. I'm just saying, I think. And she was trying to get out where she didn't have to go to jail. She probably said, I am not trying to go to jail and go to prison. You out here doing this and doing that. Yeah, we done did what we did. And, but you can't make a living. I'm just saying, when you're from the streets, you can't make a living of that kind of lifestyle. Sooner or later, something's going to happen. It's going to happen. Anyway, wow, that's crazy. I'm glad you guys told me about that. I wouldn't have thought that it was that crazy, but somebody says in the comment section, these girls be lying sometimes. They do it because they in love, trying to be a ride or die. She says, it's too easy to just blame him. Yeah, he ended both of them, but it's clear she played in his face and played her part in the toxicity. And why would any woman lay down unprotected with a man who obviously had mental health issues? They say his dumb behind actually said that. He said he took the one person his son really needed, all because he let his emotions get the best of him. So was the sister there when these things were happening? She must have knew about it. Because she's like, they been doing that. They been they been doing it. They been together. They been doing it. Unbelievable. It's all good though. That's crazy. That is simply crazy. Okay, you guys. And if the sister knew about it, they should have been getting her brother some help. Not just letting him. No, he didn't. Yeah, he crashed. He crashed at the end. He basically like, hmm, if like he was, if she was going to tell you guys, and I'm gonna say this, if she was, because we don't know what she was gonna tell, but if she was going to tell, he probably could have did 5 years. But if she would have put some detailed emphasis in there, which, think about it, why would he just take her completely out? First of all, he feels like she betrayed him. He's not looking at, I'm taking people out of the world, out of life. I'm taking somebody's child because I want that money. I want that bread. I want that cheese. I want them coins. Yeah, that's what I want. I want them shoes. I want that watch. I want that jewelry. I want your car. So, I'm gonna let my girl, he got to sit up there and watch his girl Kiki laugh, smile, grin, get her drink on, dance party, and all this other stuff. They hugging, they kissing, and he's getting mad. He's getting angry. Like, yeah. And then they get these people to leave the club, try to go to a room or a parking lot or whatever. Boom, you're gone. We take all your stuff and you're gone. Oh, she say, well, this is the sister. Well, they've been doing that. She playing in our face. And they Bonnie and Clyde. And this didn't have nothing to do with her. She wasn't there. Yeah, she probably was there. She probably looked. Let me tell you something. When they get you, these young females, they want these men that they think that everybody young. Not everybody. I can't put everybody in the boat. But a lot of the younger generation in their 20s, they want to be rappers. Why do you not want to be a fireman or a police officer or a judge or a doctor or an attorney? You want to be a rapper. Okay. And the lifestyle that comes with that. You don't got a job. You live in house to house. You're sleeping on somebody's couch. Grown man. You don't probably have a vehicle. And you got to get these things. But you want to date. You want to lay up with a woman. And then, then you got a baby. And you want to say, I bought this and I bought that. You don't have a job. So how was you going to get some money? Here's the thing. And we all know that we have dated the wrong type of men before. We all have dated the wrong type of men. We dodged some bullets. I know of a certain individual I dated, and times got hard when I found out. Well, I can't say I found out. He came to me and said, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And the money started coming in. And I was like, whoa. I mean, it was good when the money was coming in. I was there when the money was coming in. But then, he decided, well, you're not out there in the streets with me. When I make this money, I'm going to go out there and spread the cheese. We get jealous. Why you ain't spreading the cheese with me? The only reason why I was down with it is because you took a chance and it worked for a little while. So, you know, but that's not what type of person I wanted. And so you get caught up in a relationship with someone that's doing dirt out there and you don't know how to get out of it. You know, you fall in love with the person and the person becomes a different person in time because doing that type of stuff out there in the world changes your whole mannerism. It does. You start to not care. You start seeing how easy it is. You start to be like, I don't give a dang. Just like the sister. She ain't even talking like she got sense. And I know she probably do, but right now you can't tell her nothing because that's her brother and he wasn't nothing wrong with him. He got depressed because somebody he loved was gonna tell on him, and he must have thought it wasn't gonna affect him because he done took other people out before and it never affected him. But it affected him because he done took her out. And now, and they probably taped her testimony, and they probably could used it. So, he really didn't have no way out. He was going to do time. She probably was going to get off. And that's what he didn't like because she was going to be out in the world and exactly what the sister said. She was just as dirty as he was dirty. And I think people are getting it wrong, like she shouldn't say anything. And she probably shouldn't have, but she is correct. Like, don't sit there and say, poor Adriana, because poor Adriana was a problem too. you know but it is what it is. you know like I said, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. It's really simple. The brother must been talking to the sister, never pillow talk with anybody. Yeah. I you know what though, Tina, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think that the girl was a part of the situation, the last situation. Because if he already had beat it the other case, they can't trial him again on that. So that was not a problem. The girl knew something, and not just, well, he told me this or he told me that. She had to know some details. And they probably promised her immunity that, okay, if you go ahead and tell us, we'll leave you alone. You know? And so, would you save yourself and you got a kid? Or would you, even though, they scare the living daylights out of you? You know what they do? They be like, they can hold you for 72 hours or whatever. So they be like, well, we're just going to keep you here and we're going to file some charges on you. And then they lock you up. But they don't tell you they can really only keep you for 72 hours. But you thinking, shoot, hey, call the prosecutor. I want to talk to him. I want to make a deal. And then they say, okay, well, what you want to tell us? And then she start, woo, 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 woo. I know this, and I know that, and I know this, and I know that. And, you know, Who knows what would have happened? Who knows? And I said this once and I say it again. If you've done something and you tell somebody else, that is the wrong thing to do. I don't care if you married. I don't care if it's your kids. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your husband, your wife, your dog. Don't tell nobody. That's it. And it's hard to keep a secret. But when it comes down to it, to be honest with you, you can't sit back and get blind by love and tell deep secrets. Let people think that you're a softie. That's what you want them to think. But you know what you're capable of doing or what you've done. And hey, that's when they'll find out if they take you there. I tell people all the time, there's reasons why I myself don't try to get upset. Because all that talking back and forth, no, that ain't me. I tell you that part, that's not me. And so when people come up and they want to argue and fuss or something, I just walk away. Respectfully, I walk away. Get mad all you want. I'm not going to get mad. Matter of fact, I'm going to distance myself because I know myself. That's all I got to say. You sit back and go, oh, she ain't going to defend herself. I'm not the one. You don't know what a person that's in distress will do. Especially you thinking that because this person don't argue with you or they ain't sitting there loud talking with you. You thinking to yourself, oh, I can beat them up. It ain't even about all that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gotta be bad. I just gotta make sure, I'm gonna be in the right. Sometimes we have to step out the equation to make sure, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is whatever you got on your mind worth it? So yeah, pray about it. And I do pray about certain things. I had to pray a couple of months ago. I was like, Lord, take this anger out of my heart because I really want to do something. I really want to do this or I really want to do that. And, I have to deal with this person. I got to deal with that person. And they steady playing, kikiing, playing. And I'm not the one. When people tell you to don't do that, don't do it. Because they for real not the one. We ain't finna sit here and go back and forth. I will pull up. I will show up. I know I will. And then you've got a problem. I'm not going to have a problem because I've already thought about it and I know what I'm going to do. And sometimes, our feelings get in the way and we need to overcome our emotional feelings. But at the same time, these people that's just going around robbing people for quarters, nickels, and dimes and stuff, it wasn't even worth it. It was not even worth it. So they can get their hair done or they can pay for some shoes or, they can give somebody some money or whatever. Was it worth it? No. You realize when you get older, you'll get some money, just go to work. I don't want to go work. I don't want a job. I don't want the cowbell to tell me breaks over. You know, I don't want somebody standing over me telling me you didn't do this right or do it like this or do it like that or clocking in every day and clocking out. Sometimes people get tired or they don't want that kind of life. But, you know, ain't nobody just going to give you money because you think you look good or you think you got it going on, you know. People all the time, my looks, your looks don't pay the bills. There is, and I say more than a handful of people, honest people that go to work every day. Ain't nobody sitting back saying, I just want to work my life away. Everybody wants an easy life where they've got money, where they can go travel, buy what they want, buy them a house, buy them a nice car, got money in the bank, you know, can come and go when they want. They ain't, you know, sitting back, clocking in, clocking out. Somebody, but I do tell people this. You know, when you got a job, and this is why I say, you know, when you make that money, when you make that cheese, spend that money how you want to spend it, because you know what? That's what they're paying you for. They're paying you for your time. They're paying you for your time. And you got to remember, just like when I go to work and I work a 12-hour shift, that's 12 hours out of my life. I will never get it back. So I'm not finna go and splurge on something I don't want. Yes, I get really hostile when somebody trying to steal my money or just take something from me, or, you know, something ain't right. Because guess what? I just gave 12 hours. I wasn't with my family, wasn't with my kids, wasn't getting no sleep, wasn't watching TV, couldn't run up and down the street. I'm here at this building giving you 12 hours of my life. And guess what? You're going to pay me. But when other people sit back and go, well, that person got a nice car. That person got some nice clothes. That person getting their hair done. They went to work for that. So you got some people that sit back and say, well, I want to be a rapper. So I see you because you're talking to this girl and you got it going on and you got nice clothes on and you went and got your hair cut and you talking to my girl and she's smiling and grinning and kikiing. Well, I want that watch you got on. I want them shoes you got on. I want that money in your pocket. I'll just take you out. Have my girl smile in your face and you thinking you good. And then we just take you out. Now, she finna go tell, so I'll take her out too. Now I can't live with myself. Now I done threw up. I ain't threw up before. We done did this 100 times or 50 times or 10 times or 3 times. Well, you know, people get desperate. They do desperate things. You know, they do. That's why they say a person that broke will steal. People say all the time, oh, I'm not a thief. I don't steal. Be broke long enough. You will do some things you thought you would not do. You've just really never been as broke as some of these people out here. But, you know, they're broke because they don't want to abide by the rules. Ain't nobody just handing money over to people. So they say, well, if you just don't hand it to me, I'll just take it. And the women that's with them, that's sitting back thinking, well, you know, they done came up. You know, they got $500, $600, $700, $800. You know, ain't nobody just sitting around getting robbed. Every time I turn around, they getting robbed. And then they can live with these people. They see them at the club. Oh, yeah, that's that ninja that robbed me. Oh, we still just gonna dance. No. That's why you shouldn't be out there like that. But these are the things that our parents did not want us to be involved in. You know? You thinking that, everybody's on the same level you on. You want to just go out, have a good time, go out and dance, get your little drink, smile, wiggle your butt, thinking you cute. And you probably is cute. You probably is. Or whatever. Dating around. And at the same time, you got those people out there that don't have it. They looking, trust me. If you ever been really out in the streets, most of the time they looking for an opening. They looking for somebody that's sitting back going, dang, how can I come up? I'm coming up today. You say, SP, you talking crazy. No, I'm not. I'm telling you. They wake up in the morning and they go, they be like, oh, yeah, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up today. I don't know what I'm going to come up with, but I'm going to come up with something. And what happened throughout the day? You meet this person, you meet that person. You minding your business. You putting gas in your gas tank. You at the store and somebody come up, hey, sweetheart, hey, sugar mama, hey. Ooh, and you be like, hey. You be like, okay, let's go. Let me give you my number. Oh, I minds my business. Yes, I do. I mind my business. That's it. Somebody come to me and say, hey, what? Nah, I'm good. I'm getting gas and I'm going back to the house. Hey, can I get your number? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. We're not doing that today. Oh, come on, girl. I'm going to say that because it is also keep you out of trouble. And 9 times out of 10, that's the only reason, I mean, like if you with somebody and it's called protection. Like a lot of times you don't have to worry about it because if you stand on where you at and you be like, I'm not saying the person with you can hold it down because you see what happened with him, but sometimes being loose is not where it's at. Being loose is not where it's at. But I tell you what, I was at the filling station. I can't remember when, and I pull up, and I normally don't be on the north side, but I was on the north side. And I actually was on the phone with my husband. We were talking about something, such. And I come out, and this guy pulls around, and he was like, hey, how's it going? You sure looking good. He thought he was swelling my head. He wasn't swelling my head because I was on the phone with my husband. My husband is listening. And so I'm pumping my gas, and he was like, hey, can I get your number? And I was like, no, I'm married. He was like, I'm married too. Well, then you shouldn't be talking to me. He was like, yeah, but I cannot get you. No, I'm for real. I'm married. And I'm really married. My husband hears the whole conversation. It's good that he hears the whole conversation. Well, you would have said something else if you wasn't on the phone. No, I would have said the same thing. Because first of all, I don't want to deal with all of that. I don't want to deal with what I got, let alone deal with something I don't know nothing about. And for you to tell me you're married too, but you're out here with community peen? No, buddy. No, you got the wrong one. I am not her. No. But at the same time, I do not try to entertain it. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody want to look good. Don't get me wrong. I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, come on, you give me your number. No. Leave me alone. No, sir. Please leave me alone. I'm good. I dodged the bullet. I don't need nobody sitting there talking about, I'm going to tell your husband that me and you together and all that. Or you over there, like I said, you're loose. You out here outside thinking I'm outside. No, I'm not outside. I'm just trying to get some gas, minding my own business. But I don't know if you trying to, well, we can meet over here. Meet for what? You see what I'm saying? I don't have no complex about nothing extra. I don't need nothing extra. Work, go to work and come home. Mind my business. And that's when having a significant other keeps me out of trouble. Not paying my bills, not peening me down at night. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Just not in the riffraff. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was single, I might entertain it. If I was single, I might entertain it because I'm single. But no. So, I mean, and he wasn't a bad looking guy either. He just wasn't bad looking. Like if I was young, like if I was 30 years younger or something, I would have been like, if he would have came to me, I would have been like, hey, we going to the club tonight. I'll see you there. You never know what you're going to get. Like Forrest Gump says, like a box of chocolate. You just don't know. Anyway, you guys, is a life lesson learned. And the funny thing about this whole situation, I'm finna get off of here because we got to do what we got to do. But it's just, I go back to something always in the Bible that tells us it's best to kind of live a quiet life. If you got someone in your life that is bearable, because ain't nobody gonna be perfect, but probably is good to just sit on down, So, this world is something else. It is. It just really, it's just not even worth it now. But, we seeing it and we don't even know like how bad it has gotten. It's like, it's hard. That's why I tell people all the time, you find something that is halfway decent. I'm saying people be like, I don't want to settle. I'm not saying you got to settle, but sometimes it's good to just, stay content until you can do better, But just being out there outside, what they call outside, you never know what you get. You never know. Anyway, we're going to get off of here. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. We'll chat it up a little bit. I'll try to download the video and we can watch it together. I want to try to do something different because we got our live back up and running and stuff. I want to do something different. And real soon, we're going to kick it up to another level. You guys be good, be great, and be nice to each other.
Bye.